99.9 KTDY, the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today Black Eyed Peas, and I Got a Feeling. And you know, sometimes I'll be on like Congress, just on Johnson or whatever, and I'll just go, woo, in the car by myself. Song not even on the radio. Just everything off in the car. I just go, woo.
It's a catchy one.
Yeah, but sometimes it makes you feel good, though. I mean, you know, with that road rage and everything, sometimes I just got to look at people and go, because you know what I really want to say. No, I can't say that on the radio. All right, 8:13, the doc's in. It's Wellness Wednesday. Dr. Kevin with the Bryant Wellness Institutes of Acadiana. Hello, sir.
Hello, hello.
How you is?
I'm good this morning.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, last week I discussed some healthy, fresh foods that you could eat this time of year that are in season. And today I kind of wanted to give you the flip side of that and give you some new research on 8 foods that you should absolutely avoid if you want to be healthy.
Well, okay.
So
balance. We don't call you a Libra.
That's it. So these are 8 things that you can make simple substitutions for. Your family won't even know that you can allow them to be much healthier, and you as well in the future. So I have 8 foods that you should absolutely avoid starting today.
Okay.
Number 1 on the list is margarine. Fats are likely the most misunderstood of all macronutrients. People don't really get fats, what they mean, the different types. Many people are still living kind of in the 80s and 90s that they think fat's bad for you and that all fat causes heart problems and weight problems. And that's not true at all.
Doctors used to tell people to switch from butter to margarine.
Absolutely. And it was one of the biggest blunders to come out of the healthcare industry, I think, ever. Because the thing about margarine is it's created in a lab with it's vegetable oil butter substitute. And, you know, it was...
That right there ought to make you not buy it.
Right. And it was touted as much healthier than butter. And we now know that that was a huge mistake because it's full of the most heart-clogging, inflammation-causing fats of all, which are called trans fats. So when they came out with margarine, nobody even knew about trans fats. But margarine was a huge mistake. And if you're still eating margarine, stop. Buy real butter from grass-fed organic cows and use it sparingly. It's not bad for you. It's so much healthier than margarine is. So
number 1, we need, in case y'all didn't, can y'all hear this? In case you didn't hear it, the number 1, I'm making a list. You see, when you come in here with this kind of crap, the people at Drug Emporium hate you because on the way home, I stop. And they go, there is that boy again.
That's it.
Okay, so 1 is no margarine.
Switch to grass-fed organic butter.
Or even just butter is better than margarine.
Just butter's better, but grass-fed organic butter is actually has a lot of healthy things about it.
What about that? I don't know how to pronounce it. Ghee.
Yeah, good too.
That's
very
good too.
good.
What's that?
I don't really know what it is, but I see it. I see it in the health food stores. It looks like butter,
what?
and Ghee. It's some sort of alternative to butter.
Well, in 20 years, are we going to figure out that was bad for us?
I don't know. They sell it in the health food stores, so hopefully not.
I'm going with the real stuff from a cow. Thank
Definitely.
you. Okay.
Definitely. Now, number 2 is something that's gotten a lot of press lately, and that's processed meats. Processed meats like hot dogs and ham has recently been shown to, once again, contribute to cancer, and especially colon cancer. You know, the World Health...
not to interrupt, but I am, you heard the report yesterday.
Right.
Do not eat red meat. That's what it was.
Right.
The report came out is red meat will cause this. Boom.
Right.
It wasn't like eat a little bit of it. It just said stay away from it. I was like, well, holy cow.
Right. Now, the only thing that I disagree with that is that is your typical big box store processed feedlot red meat. But if you have grass-fed organic beef, it has as many heart and heart healthy and healthy things for your body as salmon does. So grass-fed organic beef does not qualify in my book as red meat.
Well, you know, one of the things they were saying about it was we put it on the grill, all that black stuff that don't eat that. We're eating that, and that's killing us.
Yes,
but that's the good part.
I know.
I love that part. Don't you love that part, Doc?
So the World Health Organization just ranked processed meats in a Group 1 ranking. Which guess what else is in Group 1? Asbestos, tobacco smoke, and diesel fumes. What? So it's a Group 1.
And diesel what?
Diesel fumes. So processed meat is in a Group 1 ranking as a carcinogen by the World Health Organization.
Oh, my.
Just like asbestos and tobacco smoke. But, you know, Also,
You know what? That's almost funny.
It is funny.
The stuff you can buy right now at a grocery store in the meat department is of the same class as asbestos. I mean, what is wrong with us?
Right. It's kind of crazy. They also looked at almost all beef, lamb, and pork, and they found glyphosate, which is the active ingredient in Roundup. That makes perfect sense because
she was in my biology class.
The cows eat the food that we spray Roundup on, and that Roundup gets in the meat, and then we eat that. So of course that you're gonna find Roundup, weed killer, in almost every beef that you look at, unless it's grass-fed organic beef, which is raised on organic pastures without any pesticides. And so, we need to come to a realization and rethink that the stuff we are spraying on our food is not harmless. These things are likely making us sick, and I think there's more and more research to back that up all the time, that a lot of these things we spray in our environment are making us sick. But, kids eat lots of hot dogs. It's one of the worst things for their colon health. Now, I buy Creed these special hot dogs with no preservatives, no GMOs, and they're all natural, and they're raised from grass-fed organic beef.
Where do you get them?
They're really healthy. You can get them at almost any natural, healthy kind of store.
Okay.
Like
Whole Foods,
Rouse's, Whole Foods probably has them. I don't remember the actual brand. I was trying to remember that this morning. I'll post the brand on our Facebook page tonight whenever I get home, because I have a package in the refrigerator. But I've done the research on these. They're the real deal. They're your kids can still have their hot dogs, and they're super good for them. So I'll post that on our Facebook page tonight when I get home. Now, number 3 is something that I've mentioned many times on the show, but it made the list of this article, and that is farm-raised fish. Farm-raised fish contains almost no healthy benefits of what we think as fish is having. They're fed antibiotics, corn with pesticides, and in some countries like Thailand and Vietnam, they're literally fed waste. So these tilapia from Thailand that you cook thinking that you're eating healthy, you are not. You should really avoid those kind of fish. You're not getting any of the healthy, quote, fish good stuff that you normally think of.
So you know what they're going to do to us? They're going to change the name of tilapia.
Yeah,
they're going to change the name of what they call that fish. It's going to be the same fish, grown the same way, but it's going to have a different name, and they're going to try to fool us. You watch.
And then, like we talked about a few weeks on the show too, there's a lot of money from the food lobby right now going to not have to put country of origin on our products, so it'll just say fish. We won't even know that it's tilapia, or we won't know it's from Thailand or whatever. But
honey, honey, come in, honey. I have the tilapia's ready. No, thank you, darling. I'd rather drink what's in the lawnmower. Oh my God. Oh.
So if you want to have fish, stick with a wild caught from up north somewhere, like anything Alaskan wild caught, like Alaskan wild caught halibut, because the higher up in the country you get, the less stuff there is. But what happens, the lower you get in the country, the more that stuff funnels into the rivers and the lakes, and all of the runoff from all of the farms and everything ends up down at the bottom of the country. And so anything Alaskan wild-caught salmon, Alaskan wild-caught halibut, that's your best fish that you can stick to. Or you can stick to something like some Gulf seafood, like Gulf shrimp is actually very healthy. So make sure it's Louisiana, of course, Gulf shrimp if you're going to have shrimp.
These people we see fishing on the side of the interstate sometimes.
Probably not a good
fresh
idea.
Caught, but it's probably not.
Not the best idea in the world.
And before they pull up they pulled up a muffler.
Yeah, exactly. And so I've saved the best 3 or the best 2 or 3 for after the break, but I have some information that I've never mentioned on the show before about simple changes you can make at the grocery store to feed your family better and just to make a little smarter choices. And the reason that I talk about these things is because these are not hard things to do. These are little simple changes that you can make. Is anybody in your family going to complain if you switch from margarine to butter? It's not that big a deal. And so they won't even know the difference. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the cost of foods as well. And that's always an issue that people bring up. And so right after the break, I have some great information that you've never heard before on the show. So stay tuned.